Welcome to Coffee and a Conversation, hosted by CJ Abernathy and presented by Internet Warlords, the war for the Internet. A father, an activist, a Marine Corps combat veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan, Purple Heart recipient with a bachelor's degree in information technology software engineering. CJ is the executive producer for the Adam vs. the Man podcast with Adam Kokesh, the CEO of Internet Warlords, as well as a former South Dakota Libertarian gubernatorial and state senatorial candidate. If you would like to join this broadcast, please click the link in the description. Coffee and a Conversation starts now. Have a good day or don't, the choice is always yours.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy CJ, the Internet Warlord, coming to you live and loud from the great state of Meth Dakota. You know Meth Dakota, it's a state just south of North Dakota, the state north of Nebraska, the state formerly known as South Dakota, until the Queen of Meth herself, Governor Kristi Noem, declared by proclamation that we are all on meth here in South Dakota, and the world has never been the same. And I think that is the turning point in this shit show called America. I needed that. So weed's legal in South Dakota, if you can believe that. Man, I'll tell you what, my county came out, and more counties I've been told are going to do something similar. But weed is now legal in my county. And they decriminalized last night, yesterday. They said that basically, unless you're selling to school kids on the street corner, no worries there. So, yeah, really interesting move. Got some voter news to go through today. But, me, I'm too excited to actually not tell you guys right out the gate. So, I got a new broadcast that I'm going to be starting. It's going to be very lovely. I'm going to give you guys a little preview right now. Oh. So, cannabis in a conversation. I guess I didn't know it wasn't going to switch over. That's right. I'm going to be starting a cannabis in a conversation show. A show dedicated just to cannabis in a conversation. We're taking the liquid drug and we're going to turn it into cannabis in a conversation, hosted, of course, by Internet Warlords, the war for the internet. But again, here's a preview. Yeah, man, that's right. It's your boy CJ from the beach. And I've got my handy dandy trusty friend here. I got out in Aberdeen with a personal amount of said cannabis in celebration of what is transpiring. So South Dakota has to catch up still, but just as we go to our first and really only true news story of the day, I guess I should have pushed a button there. Wrong button. I keep pushing the wrong buttons, and I haven't even smoked anything yet. But check this out. What's next for marijuana in South Dakota? Well, guess what? That has to be a first in South Dakota right there. Yeah, that has to be a first. Wait, did I die? Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh my God, I'm dead. Somebody call Kristi and tell her she was right. I died of marijuanas. So they're asking the question, what's next in South Dakota? Listen. Woo. Woo. We're going to cough till we get off, folks. We got our drugs of choice here. Now we get to choose. I've been waiting for this day forever. Forever. Jody, thanks for stopping by. Having you been smoking the hoochie coochie this morning? Nope, but I just did right now. So that's got to be the first toke in South Dakota history on a live broadcast. You know, I put out a message last night. Hey, the state's attorney and the sheriff said, hey, personal small amounts, nobody gives a shit. Just don't basically be selling to school kids, you know, and don't think you're going to be growing pounds out there in your front yard. You know, and somebody who I will say will remain anonymous for now, had some nugs for a guy to celebrate. And, you know, I had already got this in preparation of the legalization of at least medical. So, but there's some things in here where the state's like, hey guys, it's not legal till technically 2021. And then our state's attorney, however I feel about him today, came out yesterday and said he won't be criminally prosecuting anybody for this because they basically know, especially with somebody like me in this district here, that we will win the day. We'll draw out every case of cannabis in this county. And now again, don't go selling cannabis to school children on the street corner. You will get locked up, and I will not be able to defend you. But you know, little personal amounts, things like that. The state's attorney said they're not going to be prosecuting, and I'm gonna stay nice for the remainder of this segment when I could just ream and delve in, and it'd be a bad experience. But this is supposed to make me a nicer person, and I want that to be a facet of this. You know, I want to show people it's not a gateway drug to meth. Because again, people are stupid. But yes, your eyes do not deceive you. The dream has been realized. Cannabis and a conversation is real. You guys thought it was going to be coffee and a conversation. No, it is cannabis and a conversation. Anybody is welcome to click the link in the description. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. So it's been a long hell of a ride for cannabis. But you know, drugs actually won the drug war. I mean, especially in Oregon. Crazy. So again, real quick, what's next for marijuana in South Dakota? CJ's going to smoke it, and that's all you need to know. There have been doctors who have been like, yeah, CJ, you should definitely be one of the people smoking that cannabis. It'll help you, which I already feel even more relaxed right now. I'm already like, man, maybe I don't need to go into all the election news. You know, maybe I don't need to cover all this stuff. Maybe I just want to go eat breakfast and not talk about how the election's going, not talk about the reactions from certain individuals about politics. Maybe, I don't know. I got everywhere I can go. I do have a lot of things I want to do today. You know, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So, yeah, but this guy is still out there, and I don't think that people are remembering this, besides a few crazy ones. You know, maybe this weed is just making me not want to talk about this, but I mean, he's still out there, guys. I don't know. Shoot. Maybe am I even on the internet right now? I feel like my connection isn't working. Oh, it's weird. Hey guys, you want to come smoke cannabis with me? Want to click the link in the description? Oh man. Yeah, I feel a little more relaxed. So let's keep it going in celebration. Ooh. Feels so good. Feels it's almost like it's like a whole war has been it's done. It's over. Oh, so yeah. As you can tell, we're in the craziest of times. If I can smoke weed live, it's a crazy world. I guess it wouldn't be something if I didn't. All right. Well, we'll cover a little bit. I'll get through it. Cannabis or no cannabis. I gotta prove to Kristi Noem that cannabis doesn't make you dumber. What it does is it relaxes you and makes you realize the bullshit that you're looking at. So, real quick, I wouldn't be doing my journalistic integrity if I didn't say that according to the internet, Biden takes lead in count in Pennsylvania and Georgia, basically saying that this election is over, and it confirms it that it's done. It's over. So there's supposed to be some numbers today in about an hour and a half. Updates, but there's a new graph coming around. It shows Trump and Biden pissing, and then like straight up for Biden and over. It's kind of funny. This is where I gotta tell you, for people that rig elections, you all whine about rigging elections. Like it's almost weird. It's so weird because personally, I've had an election personally rigged against me. So I know what it's like to actually have a rigged contest against you. Not once, but twice. I mean, it's pretty much like you're just a voter, like you vote. I was a candidate with my name actually on the ballot. Feels a little different. And I'm still grateful for the 1,100 people in my district who were like, hey, there's this other guy, CJ. Maybe they tuned into me, thought I was a little fucking crazy, but ultimately figured that I'm a man of my word and decided that their vote was worth it to go to me. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, fucking crazy ass election. So anyways, back to the weird from the sidebar there. I mean, it's the first time, so I'm expecting them to be a little more spacey. I mean, and that's the other thing with cannabis. I don't know what type this is. That's why I'm looking forward to, buying it from a Green Cross or a medical place, that you know what you're getting, because you don't want to smoke an indica in the morning. I'd prefer a nice sativa in the morning with an indica at night, a hybrid maybe in the afternoon. Listen, I'm actually a cannabis expert, so I can discuss cannabis more than most people. Hey, Mr. Alex, how you doing, sir? You should click the link and join in someday, brother. Have a conversation with me. But yeah, so the cannabis expert here. Really, I'm happy that finally it's over. Like, if you live in McPherson County, you might hate Austin Hoffman for some of the things he does. And you might think that it's not right that the laws that they may or may not have to impose on you and the rule and the thumb over you that it actually is. But like, you might hate all that shit. But at least they've decriminalized the cannabis now. Which should be a testament, really, to all the cannabis smokers who, I mean, still smoked it anyways, you know, even in these illegal times that the state, you know, says you're a felon for ingestion. They took that away. Like, I got the press release here. If there's any comment that comes up like, CJ's bitching, we can't be doing this, and you hear the Karen, like, I've got it all set up where we got like the press release from the state's attorney and like statements. And so I'm going to try to be really nice. Like, I'm going to try. This stuff's making me feel like I want to just like forgive and love. Still question my government more, but with more love and forgiveness and understanding. It doesn't make me want to do meth. Woo! Woo-wee! Oh, man. Oh. Oh, man. What a day. So, this is definitely not like my other shows. Like half a bowl in here and I'm already not giving a fuck. Like, I kind of almost want to play video games, you know? Like, fuck this. Like, let's play some video games. Ooh, man. Yeah, but here, share this link in the description here real quick. Oh, what a day. Hey, Joey Lee tuned in at some point. Liked up my video. G.I. Mary Jane, thanks for checking out Cannabis and a Conversation. I try to trick everybody with coffee and a conversation. Come on, people that know me knew that the day that they're like, CJ, you can smoke weed now. It's like, hello, McFly. Like, this was no secret. I can always bring it back to the, hey guys, we're going to be okay for grandma and grandpa, right? Like, we want to make sure. I don't know, but I don't know. So let's just go through it real quick. I want to read some bullshit from the words of Austin Hoffman. But still kind of break down what he's saying for those that might not be as privy. But it's weird because this is the first day. But listen, Austin Hoffman does not make the law. What Austin Hoffman does is look at the law and says, where can I criminally adjudicate somebody under statute and not have to worry about being a liability to the county? That's what he does. Man, Cannabis and a Conversation, totally different segment. Well, then I gotta get back to the other drug they used to allow for so long, you know, liquid form with a little bit of caramel macchiato creamer. So let's break it down. Canna style. The below is a press release from the McPherson County State's Attorney's Office regarding a new marijuana policy since the passing of Constitutional Amendment A and initiated Measure 26. McPherson County marijuana policy on November 3rd, Constitutional Amendment A and initiated Measure 26 were both passed by South Dakota voters. Constitutional Amendment A legalizes the possession, transportation, and under certain circumstances, distribution of up to 1 ounce of marijuana with no more than 8 grams of marijuana concentrate included in the 1 ounce weight for anyone 21 years of age or older. Whew, that's a lot of sentence, huh? Amendment A also legalizes the ingestion of marijuana, all right, and gives people over the age of 21 the right to grow up to 3 plants under certain circumstances, initiated measure. Now listen, none of that is true. the amount of plants that you're allowed to have is unlimited. And this is where I have a problem with government, okay? This is where again we need to keep in mind government's not omnipotent and it's not smart, and it's seated by people who most likely are criminals themselves or have been. I mean, it's a bunch of fucking weirdos. But anyways, I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm gonna try to be nice. Anyways, so you can grow, like, listen, Austin fucking Hoffman's not gonna come to your door and be like, do you have 4 plants? So really, like I said, at the end of this, I will give you my disclaimer. But I want people to at least know it and understand it, and not everybody in my county is going to understand all the words he's saying. Because, reasons. Amendment A passed with 54% of people voting in favor, and this is just shit that Austin, this is you controlling the narrative. Amendment A does not do the things that you do where you can grow 3 plants. What Amendment A does is says, you see that whole goddamn field back there? We could plant hemp a mile fucking wide and a mile fucking down, east to west. And by the way, we can actually grow cannabis. I mean, the plant, you could do it industrially, or you could do it in your kitchen. I mean, you can. It is no fucking different than anything else. I don't see why you control the fucking narrative, because that's not what Amendment A does. And it's such a fucking lie. It's a lie. It's just a straight up lie. You're telling me that the people of South Dakota, and this is where we're going to have such a fucking issue, said, hey, government, you're doing such a great job. You figure this out. No, Amendment A was written so where the government couldn't do fucking shit. So I want to know how it went from being this thing that was basically a declaration of independence for cannabis in South Dakota, for anybody to grow it and do whatever they want with it and start a whole new industry with it, basically, in this state. Keeping in mind that in the history of South Dakota, hemp lawfulization, when it wasn't just like somebody like a dick sitting in an office behind a computer waiting for his next attaboy from the county commissioner. I mean, it's not meant for those type of people. It's meant for the farmer that's going to grow 10,000 acres. It's meant for the medical cannabis dispensary that's going to open up 2 blocks down the road from me here. It's about freedom, motherfucking freedom, Austin. God damn it. This is where me and people, I'm not going to be able to be nice. So there's a lot of fake news in his news here, and it's just stupid. Where was I at before the lying started? By the way, all the numbers you see here are fake. If you're watching instead of listening, all the numbers are fake here. Amendment A failed with, in McPherson County alone, Amendment A failed with 35% of people voting in favor and 63% of people voting in opposition. Initiation Measure 26 passed statewide with 70% of people voting in favor and 30% of people voting in opposition. And McPherson County initiated Measure 26 also passed with 52% of people voting in favor and 48% of people voting in opposition. What these numbers show is that while the majority of McPherson County population is against recreational marijuana, the majority of the population in McPherson County is also not opposed to some form of legalization of marijuana. Now, listen, if that's what you want to use to justify how you're going to be able to control and regulate the fucking plant, and I want most people to know, my voters specifically in District 23, because you guys are awesome and know I would never lie to you about how the government bullshits this fucking stuff. So the overwhelming majority of people that are voting in opposition are older people. They're not people that are, and then they're people that are so brainwashed and manipulated by years of propaganda to where, you know, it's ingrained in them that they're going to be against it. And that generation of people is the problem generation that I've been talking about for years, that year after year before I was born just gave up their rights to government, to where I was born in a world where I have privileges, not rights. Rights. If I had rights before, I could have smoked this thing before yesterday, live on this camera. But I have privileges now. Makes sense? Makes sense. So when I say, if, for example, we should allow herd immunity, it's kind of like farmers, you know, like your cows got to have herd immunity. Your voters need herd immunity. And really, coronavirus is the perfect virus to come around and say, hey, it kills the elderly. The young really don't have to worry about it. And it's a humane way to go. Like, give it to them. They earned it. They should die by government regulation. They lived by it their entire life. It's almost poetic. You would say, like, CJ, like, these are people. That's grandma. Why you want to kill grandma? Listen, I love my grandma. My grandma does not have a problem with this. My grandma was one of those people, like, my grandma was like a libertarian before it was cool to be a libertarian. Like, my grandma was a libertarian before libertarians were libertarians. So, yeah, like, it's just crazy to me. So, but here, listen. So even if, let's say, 1 out of every 2 people that I meet in McPherson County, right, are against it, the question then becomes, hey, do you believe that your vote should represent using violence against me through the state to make me stop using something that you disagree with? And again, I want it to be so fucking clear in my lifetime that voting equals violence. Like, it is you wanting the government to do violence to your enemies so you can sit on your couch and watch. Like, that's basically what it is. But again, so you should use violence against me, right? And most people would say no. Your grandma's not going to be like, Rusty, I love you, but you can't smoke the devil's lettuce. It's going to make you question government. We can't have that. Like, no, grandma's not going to do that. And another thing, how is there like the hippie generation and like all the drug lord generations of the 60s and 70s raised by that generation of people? And just now in 2020, it's like, hey, CJ, you're a war veteran. Cannabis could help. Go ahead, smoke it. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And then when you ask me why I don't want to leave a government like this to my children, why I don't want to participate in this fucking screwed up goddamn system they created, it wasn't me. Like, I didn't wake up and go, you know what we need? We need somebody else to tell me what to do today. Yeah, this word freedom, you tell me what it means. You tell me. Okay, so what can I do? Okay, I can't do that. Well, no, if I do that, it costs a fine, a fee. There'll be a punishment, a force of violence against me. How much? $200 for the first time? Do you take cash or credit? So yeah, when grandma's sitting in the nursing home dying alone, I don't question why. Because grandma is the one voting to use violence against you. Grandpa, who is going to vote straight Republican ticket, who's against cannabis, is again, because of years of propaganda, is killing you. So it's multi-generational murder. Like, by voting, via voting. Like, if the boomer generation wanted to put forth a measure saying we should kill all millennials, I'm sure Gen Xers would be like, hold up, playa. let's see how this plays out. let's slow down a minute here and just see what happens. Again, anybody's welcome to join. It's a beautiful day in South Dakota. Did I just call it by its appropriate name? Did cannabis make me do that? I almost feel like I need to go throw up before I go throw up. It's almost like a beautiful day. All right, so continuing on, back with more of our cannabis news. We still got more to go from Austin fucking Hoffman. Amendment A and initiated Measure 26 do not become effective until July 1, 2020. What? Let's read this sentence again together one more time and tell me and use the comments. I could use your help. Amendment A and initiated Measure 26 do not become effective until July 1st, 2020. Is motherfucking Austin Hoffman a goddamn time traveler? Is it not November 2020? What day am I waking up in? Can somebody use the comments real quick and tell me what day it is? In the year of our Lord, November 6th, 2020. Okay, so we're just going to let this one just pass and continue on. It will also likely be much longer until regulations for marijuana dispensaries and medical marijuana system is finalized in South Dakota. And now listen, racists say marijuana? How many times are you going to say marijuana? Look, I want people to know just how insulting it is. I'm 35 years old. And even I know that the word marijuana is a word built on racist terminology. It's not grounded in education and sophisticated facts and knowledge and learning. Even the average YouTube, channel host who even talks about cannabis will call it cannabis. Because they know. The ones that are saying marijuana are police, district attorneys, because it's built into their culture to use these racist propagandist terms. The correct term is cannabis. Cannabis, Austin. Cannabis. Racists say marijuana. And I know Dan Bongino's in here saying they call you the racist, istophobic, phobophobe. But guess what? It's cannabis. And I'm not going to autocorrect your fucking ignorance and your racist propagandist using. If you started treating it like it actually is, you might actually find me being like, holy shit, like he put words that were actually accurate in a statement. Anyways, more from our good friend Austin Hoffman. Motherfucking Austin Hoffman. You guys want to listen to some calls about Austin Hoffman? Oh, god damn. That should be a whole segment within itself. Ugh. Anyways. Therefore, McPherson County... Oh, wait. I left that out there. It will likely be much longer until regulations for marijuana dispensaries and medical marijuana system is finalized in South Dakota. While we are unsure of exactly what the laws will look like, it seems unjust to prosecute someone under the current legal framework pertaining to marijuana when marijuana will be legal to the extent on July 1st, 2021. Therefore, the McPherson County State's Attorney's Office, in conjunction with the McPherson County Sheriff's Office, has adopted a policy in regards to marijuana possession, ingestion, and distribution that goes into effect immediately and will be in effect until July 1st, 2021. It must be pointed out that until July 1st, 2021, if someone is found to be in possession of marijuana in any form, including plants or paraphernalia, the marijuana and or paraphernalia will be confiscated and not returned. So, yeah, good luck. Come and get my shit, Austin. You fucking idiot, man. Like, listen. it's funny to me that you think you can just make a post like this and be like, hey guys, it's legal, but it's not, and we're gonna make it confusing, and yeah, no, not happening. It's dumb. Why are people dumb? Anyways, and not be returned, and again, this is, oh man, I wish Austin Hoffman would click the link. Austin, if you're watching, click the link, man. Come explain this shit to somebody actually, and not these long ass lawyer posts, which are goddamn brain damaging. All right, so for anyone under the age of 21, all laws pertaining to marijuana will be charged and prosecuted as they previously have been. That just goes back to, again, alcohol. I find it amazing. Again, the Attorney General of our state is not sitting in a jail cell after vehicular homicide. He's walking scot-free. I mean, those privileges, they're, wow, privileges. And that's where I go back to, these people have privileges. You don't just get to become the state's attorney without people being like, yeah, man, like, I used to get my shit from somebody. Who'd you get it from? Oh, wow. It makes everything look different. It pulls the walls away from your eyes and lets you see the beautiful sunshine for what it actually is. The disinfectant to the dark, disgusting bullshit of hypocrisy that government is. Again, anybody's welcome to join. Nobody's used the comments. It's like a brand new show, Cannabis in a Conversation. So let's see here. So again, if you're under 21, don't just go out and be some dummy. Don't walk up to Dave and be like smoking it in his face. Like, I mean, keep in mind, Dave will be like, thank you for your service if you go off to war. But smoke that devil's lettuce, boy, and oof, he will lock you up and he will ruin that future for you. He will ruin that future for you. So don't be stupid if you're under 21. For anyone, I mean, this is basically like a game. This is like cat and mouse. This is government saying, all right, so you think, and this is where, Austin, I really want you to break this down to a fundamental level. You think that I went and voted for a game where you get to play cat and mouse with me? Like, it's dumb. A constitutional amendment that allows, again, you to be the dictator of the cannabis in McPherson County? It blows my fucking mind. What's up, Matt? Welcome to my new show, Cannabis in a Conversation, the show that shows you that cannabis is not meth. I've been waiting to say that for so long. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Again, I'm going through the press release for McPherson County, South Dakota, about our new medical and recreational cannabis. It's recreationally legal in the state, and they acknowledge it, and it's beautiful, and I'm sure it's, and again, I want to say that I would say this is more of a testament to anything, to Dave Ackerman. I mean, so if you're one of my voters, you know that Dave being a sheriff, we've had the conversation that, Dave really does treat you like a human being. And so it's really hard to Dave, and Dave really does not care about your politic, like your rhetoric or any of that shit. Again, I'll give him that. But this has to be more of a testament to Dave. And I'd like to think that a little part of me would like to think that Dave is one of those people that understands what the Constitution actually means, like old school. Like he knows what. When I got somebody like Mike Gilligan on my broadcast saying, we need discretion, I hear that those words hitting and ringing to somebody like Dave, but you really need discretion to who's actually trying to be criminal versus who's who's just trying to live a life and survive till they die. Who's not trying to hurt nobody, who's trying to love everybody and just get through with this world. I think being a sheriff, it's a lot of responsibility. So I like when I'm like, okay, hey, sweet, I can switch to this midterm, like, oh, let's go back to coffee. I think my grandma might be tuning in, so maybe I should just keep it coffee. And if you are, again, anybody can click the link, and that's what I've been trying to get to, that you never know who might call in, who might say, hey, is it coffee or is it cannabis? Like, you tell me. If you're in a state where it used to be coffee, where you can only really have coffee, you can't have cannabis yet, we can go to coffee. If you're in a state where it's legal, like I currently am in now, we can have some cannabis and talk about it. Choice is always yours. See how beautifully this works? Oh man, it's like, it feels good. It feels good. It's like I didn't even know I was gonna get to this soon. Like, y'all are waking up to a brand new CJ. Like a brand new look on life. Like, I don't want to go do meth right now. It blows my mind. I want to just actually eat some breakfast, maybe call some friends, maybe work on a little bit of my computer work I've been putting off for a while. Maybe go do that project of cleaning up the side over there. Maybe this isn't. I have a feeling that what I just got right now is a sativa, making me feel all like I got energy and shit. I don't know, maybe. Still a little sore. Soreness is always soreness, but for that I can use some CBD. So, maybe I could puff on this nice cigar from Cigar Federation or something. I don't know. Who knows? We're going to experiment. It's a new day. Yes, it is. So if you're just tuning in again, you got the comments. There's a link in the description. It's cannabis or coffee. Choice is always yours. Did you partake? Jennifer, did I partake? Did I partake? Did I? I don't know. Did I? Did I partake? Yes, I think I did partake, Jennifer. Good morning, Jimmy. So, yeah. Anyways, back to this. It does say if you can receive a misdemeanor, and it'll be confiscated and all this. I don't see that happening because, again, I'm going to give this the disclaimer. First and foremost, like I said, we're about to grow miles of this shit. Jennifer just says, if someone gives you a brownie, do not eat the whole thing. Yes, here's some good advice, again, for that we should discuss. If you do get anything that is edible, first and foremost, keep all edibles out of reach of animals and children and statists. Well, actually, no. Put those in reach of statists. Anyways, eat half and don't even eat a quarter. Nibble, fucking nibble until you feel an effect, but don't just shove something down your throat and just go, oh, here we go. Jennifer says Christy might veto it. She can't veto a constitutional amendment. She would be committing treason if she violated the Constitution, which we, the people of South Dakota, just voted for recreational and medical cannabis. But thank you for giving me this opportunity to say this early. Thank you so much. See, it's even making me more grateful for people. It really is. Like, I get to just sit here and squash the neck. No, that's not how that works. This is going to be great. Start with a quarter, wait for an hour, and then have more. Listen, nibble until you feel it. Don't just go, oh, okay. And listen, part of me goes, hey, if you are feeling depressed, suicidal, angry, mad at the world, anxiety, and you can handle your cannabis. Okay. And I'm saying, like, somebody like me, you can handle your cannabis, and you know how it's going to hit you, and you know what it's going to do, and you're in a safe spot, a safe environment, preferably in the evening when you're calling it a night. You can eat as much as you fucking want, and it's not going to kill you. So, somebody like Kristi Noem, she can't understand normal thinking, okay? And so for her, that would be some like weird propaganda that people as dumb as her believe. But, it's crazy. So Jennifer has a follow-up question. Didn't she do that with industrial hemp? Okay, this is a long story that I have to try to sum up quick. So she was a congresswoman. She voted to legalize hemp. She got multiple terms and had two bills about legalizing hemp, one that started it, one that finalized it, and the hemp bill in 2018. She voted for it both times. Well, as a congresswoman, then she came back to South Dakota, ran for governor on the platform to all these farmers that she helped pass the farm bill. And when she said, and so when they went and looked it all up, it said that hemp was going to be legal, and then she was against it for some reason, and made it a mini Hunger Games in the state legislature issue, and vetoed it. After she herself is one that voted for it. So she didn't even trust the people of this state or the elected officials of this state to even figure this issue out. That's why Amendment A came into place. And so, yeah. And so she can't actually do shit to this. There is zero that she can do to a constitutional amendment short of, and this is, again, Governor Kristi Noem, if you're listening, you can't understand normal thinking. The only way she can unpass it is to make a constitutional amendment unpassing it, like making it illegal again. And I don't think that's going to be worth her time, because she would lose every bit of political clout, and it would cost her everything. She would never become president of the United States saying cannabis should be illegal by 2024. That's the dumbest thought process for any presidential candidate in the next 4 years. Like, you better get ready, because cannabis is accepted like coast to coast. It's done. The drug war is fucking over. Oregon's decriminalizing everything. They're like, fuck it, the asteroid's coming. You want to do cocaine and peanut butter sandwiches? Go for it. So, again, kind of in that spirit of Adam versus the man, when he found out Arizona became legal, he had to smoke live on air. So when South Dakota becomes legal, and I'm reading, it says that you can't be charged. Like, I have a gram or two. Like, it was just like, hey, CJ, here's a pinch for your bowl. We know you got to celebrate, but wait till I can buy like ounces, bro. Wait till I can buy pounds, dog. You're fun this morning. See, I'm fun this morning. Wow. Like, I'm having fun. I don't want the world to end. I don't think everybody's stupid. Well, I think some people are, not everybody. Wow, that's crazy. Not everybody's stupid. I wonder if I'm going to say shit like, okay, maybe not all cops are bad. Where's this weird shit coming from? All right, so again. Okay, ready? I'm not gonna read through all how he thinks he's gonna prosecute people and be the king of cannabis in McPherson County. I'm gonna end it with this. You can go through and read for yourself and how he wants to rule the pot kingdom and be able to sick Dave on us if he wants to. But yeah, so some people will not be happy with this policy because they feel marijuana should not be legal, especially at a recreational level. Some people will not be happy with this policy because they feel it is too restrictive for something that will soon be legal. Both of those points of views are understood. The policy has been fashioned in a way to attempt to find a middle ground between both of those trains of thought. And this is an attempt to give leniency to those found to be in possession of marijuana while respecting the overall voting trend of McPherson County residents. So again, personal uses. Don't go selling to school children. Like I'm trying to tell you, if you're an adult, 21 or older, you've been to a bar, you've had your one night stands and your second heart romances, you've been around the block, hell, you might have been to some wars, you might have gone and you know, been a firefighter and or a police officer and been through some shit in your life. Like, you know how to be responsible. Yeah. You know what? Chris Cole says, if I don't want to get high, I just want to raise my sons. And, you know, really, Chris Cole, what a great guy. Would love you to join the conversation for sure. You're in one of those states where it's still coffee in a conversation because, you know, people are stupid in North Carolina, and I've experienced that firsthand. You know, so let's talk about this. So, you know, when you go through a system that gives you PTSD to the point where you could possibly feel like taking your own life is the only way out, and they're using your kid or your children as a threat to your mental health, your well-being, and your way of life, and they know that it's torture and they're watching you, and all they're hoping for is for you to blow your brains out. After living that life for so long, you develop a certain PTSD, and doctors will tell you it's not good. And cannabis helps with anxiety, Mr. Cole. So don't be a prohibitionist. I hope you're not. What's up with your attorney general? He's going to get away with involuntary vehicular manslaughter. We talked about that, Chris. He's got a privilege. He's got a privilege that not everybody gets to enjoy. So, yeah. But so real quick to wrap up Austin Hoffman here. If you have any questions, here's his contact information. I think he's a dick, personally, but I think his overall final paragraph there summed it up. And so, you know, listen, if somebody tried to sell my children cannabis, I'd probably fucking shoot them. Okay. I'm not going to lie. If my kids came home and were like, Daddy, look what I bought. And it was an ounce of fucking cannabis in the, you know, like it's just in a baggie. I'd probably get pissed off. You know, to a point where I think I could understand and justify, like, that's pretty fucked up. So again, let's be adults about this. And then one thing I do agree with Chris Cole, and as a libertarian, I think that we fail as a party without putting a candidate that will put that at the front, like the front of the conversation, family law conversations in the courts. But you know, I do agree with Chris that you guys focus too much on where boys and girls pee and where sex work is work. Yeah, we agree on all these things. But you know what Chris, Cash, myself, even Larry, and other libertarians that were trying to do was get this platform issue changed on there, and the Libertarian Party basically rejected it. And I really do think we would have had a lot higher numbers, undisputably higher numbers, if we would have had a different messaging when it comes to just one single issue. Yes. It can have an impact because, you know, everybody's gone through it, and it's not a political issue. It affects, it don't matter if you're red flavored socialism, blue flavored socialism, yellow flavored socialism. If you think you're yellow freedom, gold freedom, blue freedom, purple freedom, the courts still treat you the same way and can murder you. And yeah. and use your kids as a weapon against you. So I know I get all that. And so that's what really is kind of funny, Chris, is that the government does all that and you watch it non-fucking stop and you don't think that doesn't cause you to want some cannabis. You know what I mean? Yeah, that bowl's getting a little low. And we know when the bowl is dead, the talking's over, which is how it should be on the internet. So, anybody else got anything before I go? Chris says, we want to grow the party, and they don't grasp the concept that family law crosses party lines. It's about humanity. And then Jennifer says, puff, puff, pass. Like, hey, listen, if you want to puff and you want to pass, go right on ahead. Like I said, just don't go selling it to school children. Don't go blowing it in Dave's face. Use common sense. Don't be trafficking, U-Haul size semi-truck loads full of cannabis yet. But if you want a little baggy, try it out, and experiment a little bit. Basically, they're saying, hey, we're not going to be prosecuting for anything that isn't causing a victim. So it's a huge step up. I'd like to think. I'd like to say it's weird to give credit in a mindset. And hopefully, and again, if you're going to be prosecuted by Austin Hoffman here for the use of this, please give me a call. I'm easy to find. I'm the guy you're watching right now. I'm waiting for dispensaries as well. Yes, that would be nice. But the person I got it from, I know goes to a dispensary. They wanted me to be able to celebrate this incredible news. I don't really have much to myself, actually. I wish I did. I wish I had pounds, yo. I wish I could be like, hey, bro, look, I got this huge bag of weed. But no. What offices are we running for next? Council, mayors. Hey, you know what? They bought me, Mr. Cole. They bought me off. They said, CJ, listen, hey, this is what they said. They said, CJ, we want you to shut up about the rigged election. So we're going to give you weed and hope you stop talking about it. And how well is that going for them, huh? Addressing family law issues. I've always addressed family law issues, Mr. Cole. So yeah, I just hate the subject. So as do a lot of people. So I can easily go into some more news if you want me to tell you what's going on in the world while you're listening to CJ. All right, so here's your update for news. Biden leads in Pennsylvania and Georgia, closing in on 270. Biden takes lead and edge in Georgia and edge closer to victory. Delayed results bring biggest test yet. John Woo Trump Biden presidential race could be decided by Pennsylvania case before Supreme Court. Listen, okay, so I feel like it's time to drink some coffee now. I absolutely enjoy it. Listen, I did not know it was going to go that quick. I started making the cannabis in a conversation logo, and this was just a few days ago. And then before you know it, I get this message saying, "Hey, read this." I don't know which one do you guys think I should use? which drug of choice should I put on the screen, huh? Again, you can join. You can click the link. You can tell me, hey man, I want some coffee, and I'll make sure coffee and a conversation's ready to go. And you can be like, no, CJ, we do cannabis and where I'm from. I can be like, hey, I got you. So look, I got the favorite drug of the liberal, okay? And statistically, one of the favorite drugs of the Republicans, the conservatives. Like, we got drugs, folks. Like, we can drug this up and have a whole conversation around it. Notice how we don't have meth in a conversation. We don't have heroin in a conversation. We don't have LSD in a conversation. Now, listen, I'd like to do DMT in a conversation. Like, I'd maybe try some ayahuasca in a conversation. Like, we might get there someday. So, listen, I want to do drugs, damn it. That's my whole message of the day. Coffee or cannabis or whatever I want to put in my body because what's the word again? Freedom. Yeah, that's right. Freedom. It's a concept that a lot of people in their 50s and over are forgetting. Some in their 40s. Now, listen, I got one more thing before I go for this morning that I want to get out before the end of talking. and we're going to have one last toke to send the show off. But let me break it down like this. There are people right now who treated people like shit for 4 years. They used it on the grounds of justifying it for their presidential whim, and it was disgusting to watch. And we're almost to the point of a civil war as a result of the last election. This election might actually push us into it. But, when you really break it down, okay, like, look, people help people, man. Like, look, this is just a tropical depression. ETA is moving towards Cuba after leaving more than 50 dead in Central America. People help people, man. People don't want civil fucking war, man. When I think of Civil War, I think of Antifa versus Proud Boys, Like, what are they really going to do? They're going to go kill each other? I mean, is the world this crazy? Now, like I said, I've been already blamed. Like, you've seen it. I've shared it. Like, hey, man, I've already got some of my friends who are like, damn it, libertarians. And remember, these are the same people that are like, hey, your vote doesn't matter. If you're voting for a libertarian, that's a wasted vote. And then you vote libertarian as like just because you tell me my vote is wasted doesn't mean I feel like it's wasted. Like, we value our votes differently. Your candidate didn't earn my vote. It's like asking me if I want to get fucked in my face or if I want to get fucked in my ass, and I don't want to get fucked in either. And then you're like, no, let me take away that neither option. And I'm like, fuck you. So, talk about government. And then there's those people who want to, please, Mr. Government, please change your written law. Please. Just want to raise my kids. I won't do the devil lettuce drug. I'll go work your slave job. I will stop being an entrepreneur. I will stop wanting to be your magician. I will stop playing my guitar at the local bar just trying to find that neon moon. I'll go work in your factory. I'll go work on your slave line, Mr. Government. Just let me see my children. How much is it, Mr. Government? $40,000. Oh, ransom. How do I make the $40,000 to pay the government ransom? Oh, whoop, wrong show. Wrong. If you see me do it, does it make it different? Does it make it a difference? I could smoke that all day and it wouldn't do nothing to me. Except make me cough. Nobody wants civil war, man. Everybody I've seen on my conservatives are like, bro, I got a wife and kids, dog. Like, my kid's in like 8th grade and I'm about to go to a soccer game. Like, what the fuck you mean I want civil war with my vote? What do you mean I want violence? Like, all I do is go work in that slave factory so the government doesn't take my kids and put me on the chain gang. So, and again, I think it's so great to start this with a wake and bake too, because I mean, the first time being a wake and bake, it's not like this is like a 11:30 show on New Year's Eve celebrating. This is like a random fucking Friday when the dictators of my jurisdiction decided they weren't going to be dictators anymore. It's kind of nice when they're like, we got to weaken the whipping hand just a little bit. And we're like, thank you. Thanks, government. And then somebody on my Facebook page sees thanks, government, and goes, CJ's turncoated against us. He likes government now. Oh, shit. Yep. Good times. Good times. Good times. Good times. Good times. I'm happy, though. I have like if you had to ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, if euphoric, yeah, I feel euphoric. I feel like there's a reason for living, a bigger purpose to life. I feel like I could probably clean something today. Maybe I will do the dishes today. Hell, maybe I'll do an episode of Guy Does Dishes, take it real old school. I need to have a little logo that says Guy Does Dishes. Shit. So again, I've totally skipped the last thing I wanted to say because I got on a sidebar. Anyways, I had no idea you were pro marijuana. Wow, there are people, Jennifer, that have known I've been pro marijuana for years. I mean, it's no secret and no stranger to the game. But that's how good I am at advocating just for freedom, because what I choose to put in my body is my choice. Well, I choose. It is now lawful and legal. And there's an adult choice in the morning. Like, you bet your ass. Like, I might have a little bit more privilege today. Craig here, not a cannabis user, just not my thing. Okay, well, guess what? Hold on. We can accommodate for you, man. Like, hey, hope you enjoy coffee. Let's see here. But I am happy that more states will not jail peaceful people. A win for freedom. And that's the point, Craig. Like, I don't know if it's a win for freedom or if it's a lessening of the whipping hand of slavery. I'd love to be an optimist today. In fact, you know what? This actually makes me feel like an optimist. Like, I'm just saying that makes me feel like an optimist. This makes me feel like I need to take a shit. So that's just a fact. So, oh man. So good statement though. I appreciate that. Anybody else got any brain noodle thoughts? Want to join? I still have one more, like I said, thing I want to say. We'll check the old news here instead and see if anything broke live. Biden leads in Pennsylvania still there. Steve Bannon banned by Twitter for calling for Fauci beheading. Whoa, buddy. Slow down. Listen, as a founding member of the Guillotine Caucus, Mr. Bannon. Hi. I mean, should we do it? As a founding member of the Guillotine Caucus, I would be remiss to say, Mr. Bannon, you can join coffee in a conversation. Have you ever been considered the Guillotine Caucus? Okay. Former advisor falls foul of Twitter rules with heads on Spike's comment. Ooh. Man, Twitter has banned the account of former Donald Trump advisor and surrogate Steve Bannon after he called for the beheading of Dr. Anthony Fauci, the FBI director, Christopher Wray, and the posting of their heads outside the White House as a warning. Interesting story somebody should cover today. Might throw this one in the producer's chat just for Guillotine Caucus purposes. I don't use this privilege that often, but let's see if we can get a political block today on the show, on a Friday call-in show. Let's see what's next in the world. You might just be waking up. We'll see what happens. Cannabis in a conversation, you guys. Like I said, I expected this show to be going for, a couple months, maybe a year. I did not expect to wake up to that. So crazy. Anyways, so yeah, Guillotine Caucus. Tune in hopefully to Adam versus the Man. We can get Adam's thoughts on Steve Bannon's Twitter comment. All right, let's see here. Trump campaign files lawsuit in Nevada. Okay. Philadelphia cop seizes QAnon truck linked to alleged plot to attack voter. Yes, and even more yes. Yes, and even more yes, and more yes. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. You know what's cool about being a producer is that you can produce your own shit. It really is fun. So these idiots. Now, see. Oh, man. QAnon. I don't want to go down the QAnon road just yet. I feel like we have a lot we can do with this. How much detail do they got on the story? Oh, yeah. They got deets. They got the deets. Yep. All right. So we'll do one more privileged. See if we can get that in there as well. Okay. Now, let's see here. You might be asking yourself, CJ, didn't you say that people weren't going to be able to watch you and that you were going to be not on camera when you broadcast to your social media feeds? I'd be like, yeah, I know. I said that I was going to do that. Unfortunately, I had some technical difficulties, and so I decided against it because I want to be able to advertise for my Patreon. So my Patreon actually comes with a little thing that says, hey, you should be 18 or older to view the content, and then there's membership there that you can join. And normally when you listen to the show, it's going to just have a screen basically just like this over it that you'll be able to listen, but you won't be able to see live. You won't be able to actually see anything. You'll just be able to hear it, and you can listen, but you really don't get to watch anymore unless you pay the $5 a month and join as a little warlord. You can listen for free, but you can join and get the actual live stream link for $5 a month, and it's cool. You get to actually watch and help support something that you're taking the time to watch. You can always listen for free though, and I do welcome it. You can still call in. That link still works to be a caller, and yeah, well, it'll just be sitting behind a paywall, and yeah, lovely to have that option. So again, just for $10, you can join the Warlord Strike Team. This is when we do like gaming. If you want to be on the gaming side of things for Internet Warlords, that's really where it's going to be in the coming months. Is at the Warlord Strike Team level. That's where you can basically talk to me any time of the day, night. If I'm sleeping, probably it won't get through to me that well. I do enjoy my sleep. But when you see me go active in the group chat, you know that you can call me, talk to me, click the link, join the broadcast. have fun. If you want to really help support and you want to make this show basically yours for $20 a month, it can be you joining me on this broadcast anytime you want. Access to everything, discounts on merchandise, and the store will be coming soon. And yeah, I can do my own shit. I don't need a boss. I don't need a manager. I don't need a producer. I don't need a co-host. Although I do appreciate people that do call in, participate, comment, and can't wait to really get away from the politics side of every conversation and dive more into fun topics, things that I'm going to enjoy way more. Again, the ones of you that have been used to watching all this time and watching me and seeing me on the screen and what I'm showing on the screen, you're not going to get that unless you're at least a little warlord. Everyone's got a little warlord in them. I'm telling you right now, you can be a little warlord for $5 a month. I know Aubrey loves her little warlord shirt. I should get her some more now that this is starting up. And again, Strike Team, more like a gamer side of things. And if you want to be involved in the actual live broadcast of the show, what I talk about and all that fun stuff, $20 a month. It really helps out, but I know you're listening in, you're tuning in, you're finding value in it. And if you join for that first month, I'd like to send a thank you and get you your first Internet Warlord shirt. So join the Patreon today, get an Internet Warlord shirt in the mail as a thank you. And yeah, or you can choose a coffee mug if you want. I don't know. We can work it out, because if you join, you're the one paying me. So you tell me what you want to talk about. So my final thoughts on today's broadcast as I take it and choose cannabis in a conversation today. Maybe on tomorrow, maybe on Monday or something, or Tuesday, I'll choose coffee in a conversation for my closing thoughts. But first, let me partake in my choosing here. We don't know who the president's going to be yet, okay? Now, there are people that treated people really badly in 2016, said a lot of things. And those people feel like if one candidate wins over the incumbent, they're going to get to say a lot of things they've wanted to say for a long time. And these people that that may lose, again, not all of them have reacted this way, but a lot of you have reacted like children to this election. To me, it's all rigged. Okay, there's no beating around the bush when it comes to what do you think about elections, CJ? Well, they're all rigged, and really only idiots follow the numbers. There's people that like I said, they treated people really bad, and there's a growing number of people that are just enjoying the fuck you effect that's happening right now. And I don't know if it causes a civil war, but maybe it'd be a good time for those people that demonized the other side so badly to come forward and say, hey, let's have a conversation instead of just trying to use our votes to kill each other. And there's certain people that I know exist because I've met them. I know who they are. They're people that I would call out. They've got followings, and my opinion to them should mean jack fucking shit, because I don't have people sitting here donating ding every fucking 2 minutes to my goddamn platform. My that equals value in some of their worlds. If you ain't making money over the internet, your opinion ain't worth shit in their world. I come from a generation where your labor meant your value, not what you do on the internet. And yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I've been live broadcasting for a long time for free because it's all political for me. I don't try to make money off politics. In fact, I'm proud to say I raised $0 while running for public office. Like, I didn't even ask for money. I was like, I don't even have a PayPal, or I don't have a bank account where I'm really even accepting anything. I'm just a paper candidate. They asked me to run just to put a choice on there. Like, it's a hell of a fucking option. But now that I'm not a politician, like one of the questions earlier was what's next. Like, no, not planning on running for anything just yet. There's some people that can come out like Adam the next day and go, I'm running for president, send me to the moon, Captain. And like, I'm not that guy. Like, I didn't even really plan on running for state senate. It was more of a collective decision as a party where it felt like the right thing to do. But I don't know. I'm not going to let anybody talk me into running for public office, though. That's for sure. I'm going to try to test out this word freedom that everyone keeps talking about a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, no, so starting Monday, when you tune in and you listen, you're basically going to get this paywall and a link to my Patreon on every broadcast. And I'll be doing my normal news conversation and going through headlines, reading press releases, doing all the stuff you've been watching me do for years on end, as it really seems, just as I advance in my goals and my cause here and evolve my brain and broadcasting ability. And I would tell you guys, don't forget, I didn't know it was going to be cannabis in a conversation. I always thought it was going to be coffee in a conversation. So I'm going to use this as like an option where, really choice is always mine. Like I flip back and forth today. I want to kind of have that as an option to, however I feel. Maybe I want to use coffee in the morning and cannabis in the afternoon. Maybe I want to have a night show where I can have it all. Maybe we can do some parties, man. Talk about it. Now that I feel like it's, I can at least talk about it. Maybe those people that I've been angry about for taking so long to accept it, maybe we can try to start giving them the benefit of the doubt, the understanding that we had hoped they wanted. They hope they would have had to begin with. But you know what's really crazy though, and again, I'm going to end this with going into the weekend, that there was 1,100 people that voted for me. And unless you guys are all like stupid, and I would hope you're not, I hope you took the time to say, all right, you know what, CJ, I like what you're saying. I checked that box for you. I'm grateful for that. I'm also scared that 9 out of 10 people that I meet in my district want to use their vote to commit violence. Well, at least half of those people want to commit. It's like 4 out of 10 people in my jurisdiction want to commit violence against me through their vote, but 6 out of 10 don't. So democracy could be good. The wolves have decided to not eat the sheep, people. Your cheeseburgers will remain cheeseburgers, and life will be good. And if any of that makes sense, that's good. So, good day. I ultimately, again, I don't want to go do meth. I feel like I should make that a point. I don't want to do meth. I have no urge to go do cocaine. I have zero wants to go drink alcohol or drive a car right at the moment. I'm kind of like waking up. I should take a shower. I should do my work, get ready for this. But ultimately, I could go live later today and show you guys I still haven't died. That's a big thing for you could die on this drug. They say you could die. Maybe I'll die by the end of the day. And government was right. You never know. You never fucking know. Maybe I'm paranoid that the aliens are coming. Maybe I am. I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah. But either way, you guys, It's only going to be this way because this is the only real way that I can track numbers for myself, know who supports me, who doesn't, and whose opinion to really care about, not to. So I'm learning and adapting and evolving and making only available to myself to those that actually value my time, and my time is worth money. I do believe that I bring value to those I work for, and I do believe that I'm good at what I do, and I got confidence in myself. It's kind of weird. That's what that feeling is. It's like confidence in your abilities to do what you say you're gonna do. And CJ, aren't you scared if you go live and you toke this, you're gonna be thrown in a cage and beaten to death and then shot in the head because you smoked a plant? No, I'm not. And you shouldn't be either. There's a theme to today's show, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you can figure it out for yourself. I have yet to do the website, so I've yet to open the store. I shut down Internet Warlords when, listen, COVID-19 hit. I ran for office. I didn't want there to be any crossing of any streams. So I shut that shit down. And I said, nope, not doing it. I made $0. I'm not taking money from Big Corn. I'm not bought and paid for by any goddamn person. But now you can buy and pay for me. I mean, now you can. Now is the exact time that you can actually buy and pay for me. And so, I would just appreciate all the help anybody would want to give. I'm going to have a sponsorship part added on here, where if you want to sponsor my broadcast in the morning with your products, your business, you can work that out at the next tier level down from the $20, and you could be the sponsor of the show. So we can put your logo on this screen any day of the week, twice on Sunday if I really wanted to. And I hope I get some great people out there that are like, yeah, CJ, this is my business. Here's some money. And if every broadcast you would just tell everybody where they can find me, I would absolutely love that opportunity as well. So I am going to be moving this, I think, downstairs. I could use some help on this though, but the table at least. And then, I think that's about it. I think I've covered everything I want to cover today. Great day for me though. Great day for me. Man, I just feel like this totally works for my ADHD as well. Like I can be like, oh shit, time to drink coffee now. All right, cool. My brain's saying coffee. All right, coffee it is. Lovely. So, all again, still sponsored by Internet Warlords. The war for the internet, because again, the government is trying to use the internet to control your mind, and I'm just here to remind you of that. And again, my platform is Sue Platform. If you're an Internet Warlord, just $20 a month. Just $20 a month. Just $20 a month, guys. That's all it is. I mean, it's kind of funny. If I could make it so no comments could come in unless it's from certain tier levels, that's kind of crazy. There's a lot of things they've done tech-wise where, again, if you're a part of the Warlord strike team, if you're a little warlord, if you're a Internet Warlord and you want to ask how all this stuff is done and you want me to come down and show you how it's done, get you set up and do all the things that I've done, if you're part of the patron members, I can help you out. Maybe even, you never know, I can maybe even help you set up your stuff, give you some ideas to take it a direction, you know, if you're not too savvy on everything, at least give you some guidance. You're buying more than just a broadcast. You're buying, you know, you're buying my time. So anyways, that's all I really got for today, you guys. I'm so excited that it's Cannabis in a Conversation, and it's a new broadcast that I get to dive into, and I can make it like the old school radio, like I really wanted to do, you know, like it just seems like such a good thing. We got Good Cop, Bad Cop that we're going to be doing. Oh, you guys, I can't wait for Good Cop, Bad Cop. Oh, I got a new, you know what? If you made it this far, an hour and a half into the broadcast, you earned the preview to Good Cop, Bad Cop's new debut on Coffee and a Conversation. So yeah, here you go.
Done, Master Builder.
No, Master Builder.
Oh, so you've never heard of the prophecy?
No,
or the special?
No,
You're a liar. Look here.
I watch a lot of cop shows on TV. Isn't there supposed to also be Isn't there supposed to be a good cop?
Oh yes, but we're not done yet.
Hi, buddy. I'm your friendly neighborhood police officer. Would you like a glass of water?
Those are de facto arrests. You know, we're violating people's rights and taking money from them, or even worse, arresting them and depriving them of their freedom when they are exercising their constitutional rights. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, actually.
Too bad.